Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this broadcast. This is a continuation on my series on whole person health broadcasts, and that is a diagram that indicates the interrelationship between physical, emotional, and spiritual health. And the story today is a tale of two diabetics. And in many of the other videos that I have created for viewing by people in public, I focus on type 2 diabetes and the ability to be able to reverse diabetes if you really want to. And so I'm going to tell you a tale of two very different diabetics today. Both of them I've seen for many, many years. One of them followed pretty much the program that I outlined for her the first time that we diagnosed diabetes. And she also had a sister that was very supportive of her, so she had a bit of a social network, but not much else besides that. And within a few months, she literally had completely reversed any evidence that she'd ever been diabetic. And for several years now, her blood sugars and the test that we call the A1C, which is the average blood sugar test, have been not just normal, but low normal. And she has no complications of diabetes. She has no symptoms of diabetes. She feels fine. She has had to give up a few foods, but the point was she was able to naturally treat her diabetes with a lifestyle strategy and has maintained that for several years. Now, the second patient is unfortunately not so fortunate because of the complications that he's gotten. And although we have a very good relationship and we enjoy each other a lot, I've seen him for many years. I treat him for a lot of different things, but also treat him for his diabetes, or at least attempt to. But in this case, he doesn't follow the advice very well, and his control has been consistently poor. And about 10 years ago, he started to develop what we call a neuropathy. A neuropathy is damage to the nerves. And so diabetic neuropathy is nerve damage caused by high blood sugars. And the problem with diabetic neuropathy is that it tends to get worse and it's not curable. And the best you can do is use medication to try to suppress how intense it is. Well, he's reached a point now that he can't sleep through the night, even with pain medicine, even with other medicine to suppress the neuropathy. And the point is that both of these folks started at the same place. They had a new diagnosis of diabetes, and they both diverged dramatically. One followed the program, one did not. And unfortunately, there are some rules written into our body that if those rules are broken, predictable things happen. And the predictable thing that happened in this case is that this person now has a very bad neuropathy. So the other point of this is that I talked about that whole person health is the integration of body, mind, and spiritual health. And this is a good example where ignoring physical rules and paying only attention to spiritual rules doesn't work. Both of these individuals are very strong Christians. Both of them integrate their faith into their life in a lot of different ways. But one of them did not integrate the physical health implications of his spiritual health, which means taking care of your body, following the rules that God has written into the body. So this is a really critical thing to understand, that you can't bypass the physical rules that are written into the body, or you pay a big price for it. So if you have diabetes, or you know somebody that's got diabetes, I encourage you to understand that not working to reverse diabetes is the same thing as allowing it to get worse with complications, because that's typically what happens. So my encouragement, if you're type 2 diabetic, that you attempt to reverse your diabetes, and the chances are very good that you will be able to do so, and if not, at least to radically diminish the amount of medication that you need to take. So I wish you well, God bless, and have a great day.